Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm your host Mohosha. You're watching Celebrity Moho TV. Today I have none other than the skateboard legend, Mr. Tony Hawk.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, how you
Welcome to our trailer.
Literally. I like how you living in here. It's really nice.
Thank you. It's temporary.
Okay. First and foremost, man, I just want to say to you, thank you, man. I grew up in Inglewood, and in my neighborhood, it was really just, there was really no outlets for us, you know, like either hanging out in the streets, gang banging, and or sports. But hearing about you and the other legends that you grew up with, Dogtown, everybody, it gave us an outlet, man. And we would go get skateboards. We would try to find empty pools in our neighborhoods to skateboard in. And from Inglewood to Venice is a nice little trek. Yeah. So we would, whenever we could, we would try to get to Venice Beach, and just be involved in any way we could, man. So I want to personally thank you for giving us that motivation and drive to find other outlets in the world to not just hang out in the streets.
Thank you. Well, I think that just by saying that, I think you're a big part of how skating transcended all these different areas and cultures, because you were there. I mean, there's no way you have much support for skating back then, and especially in those areas, like it was so centralized on the coast for the most part.
Right.
So the fact that you went out of your way to find skating and find pools like that, that's hardcore.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a big reason why it keeps going.
Right.
So you get just as much credit.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what, there was, I don't know if you remember this, there was a one skate park a long time ago. This was right off the 90, where the 90...
Marina Del Rey.
Marina Del Rey, yeah, it was right before you get on the freeway. Yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah, man. I remember that.
That's where I first got sponsored.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I was skating there, and Stacey Peralta saw me. And I was from San Diego, but I just happened to be there visiting because there was a competition coming up.
Uh-huh. So you were originally sponsored first by...
I was sponsored by Dogtown originally.
Dogtown originally, right.
And they went out of business.
Right.
Or they kind of went underground. And then I was skating Marina on my last Dogtown board. Uh-huh. And Stacey Peralta was like, hey, what do you think about being on the Bones Brigade? And I was maybe 12, and I just thought, I don't know, that seems like I don't really belong there because those guys are already legends.
Right.
But it made me step up my skating for sure, because I felt like I had to justify him believing in me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, and you did that. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No, yeah, definitely. I got to ask you this. I was watching an interview with you. How the hell did it feel to get a $4 million check from Activision? I mean,
pretty surreal. I mean, it took me out of, well, for one, it made me realize that I don't have to take every single job anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't have to hustle like as much as because I just started a family. I was like doing all these little appearances and whatever I could, consulting to make ends meet. And then when the video game got popular, it changed everything. It allowed me to have the freedom to really skate the way I wanted to, not to chase all these other opportunities.
Right.
And but surreal. I mean, that's like at that time in my life, no one even you wouldn't even hear someone talk about $1 million. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Golly.
It's not even that seemed like that would be like someone saying $1 gazillion billion.
Right.
I don't know. That's crazy. Right. So it changed my life completely, and I'm still so thankful for the success of that game. I mean, and the fact that it allowed me to continue skating I'm in my 50s and I'm still a pro skater. Yeah. And that's a big reason, is because of that video game.
Wow, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I got another question. I know you did, when you turned 50, you did 50 tricks for, yeah. So I got a person ask you, are you going to keep doing, when you get to 60, you're going to do 60?
Oh, 60? Man. They probably won't look as exciting. They'll be a lot lower. A lot less spinning.
Right.
get you off my mind.
Years we get to 70, it just
it just keeps
the
its
level
way down.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Other question I have for you was how when before you competed, I know you competed. Did you have any type of ritual that you would do before you went on and competed? Was there something that you?
When I was young, I would not skate the day before the event. Thinking that if I were to get in, because the day before the event was like the crazy snake session. Everyone's there from out of town. They're all trying to skate, and it's like I would just try to back off because I felt like if I got in that mode, I would get too hyped and get hurt.
Right.
You know, but as I got older, I was like, man, I need that day. I need that day before. I need to skate. You know what I mean? I need to stay loose. So I lost that. I used to have that tradition, and then at some point I was like, you got to just skate as much as possible. And a lot of times we'd go to an event and we would only get one day of practice. So
if you got to do that one day, then
if I'm not going to skate that day, I'm screwed.
You gotta, you just got to warm up, and that's it.
I gave that one up, but it worked for me for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Good. Other than that, financial question. I know you've made a ton of money, man, from the skating industry. Is there anything that you've spent your time and energy in, aside from the skating world, and have made some financial gains that maybe you could share with our listeners, maybe drop a jewel or two?
Well, I got lucky in that I've been invited to invest in a few different companies and projects and things that I found exciting. So I would say if you are going to risk your money, do it in something you're passionate about. Because if you just throw money at something because they say it's going to be big,
right?
You know, chances are it probably won't be. It might be.
Let me make that phone call.
But you know what I mean? It might be. It might be big. It might pay off in the end. But if it's something you really believe in, you're gonna be stoked just to be involved in it.
Right.
And those are the kind of things that I'm more passionate about. Where it's like, oh, I love I was an investor in Blue Bottle Coffee, and because I love the coffee, and a friend of a friend noticed that I was there one day, and then they're like, hey man, we're investing in Blue Bottle. I was like, sweet.
Right.
And then that was a big success. So this is one example.
Okay. But it's something that you already love.
But I've found through the years that most of them don't pay off in a big way, and it takes a long time to build a brand. So
Hell yeah.
So if you want, that's what I'm saying. If you want to invest in something, it's something you got to be passionate about, you believe in, and that you don't mind seeing it through, if it takes years.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, you heard that. It takes a long time to build a brand, y'all. A hell of a long time. I want to my question. Another one. Who was your biggest threat to you that you felt when you had to compete? Like,
oh man. Well, definitely my biggest competitor in the '80s.
that you felt
was Christian
Soy. I was gonna say it. Yeah.
I mean, he and I were always, like competing for first and second for the most part. For years, and I mean, what a great adversary. Like he's full of style and personality, and it got weird because fans who didn't know us didn't realize that we were friends, and thought that you had to choose one of us to like there was no way you could like us both because he was all style and I was all tricks. But as time passed, people realized like, hey, we're all in this together.
We're all in the same
thing. It's a small world.
Right.
It's a big umbrella. Like, let's just all get along.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to Christian Soy, man. Yeah, definitely. I guess what would my question to you is, what was one of the hardest tricks that took you, or one trick you could think of that took you forever to actually finally get?
Well, there's been
900 maybe.
900. I tried for 10 years off and on.
Damn, that long?
Yeah, a little more actually. The first time I tried it was like 1987, 88. And then finally got one in 99. But
dang, that was 10 years.
That was a mission.
Right. That's crazy. Wow. Hell of a trick too, man. Yeah. Thank you. No, thank you. You doing it. Nobody you like, damn. That's it. I can do it. I can do it on the game. But that's about the closest.
That's where I'm doing it now.
Definitely. I got. We're going. Next question. Let's just say you're on set like you are now. Hey, we're on set. You get off late and you got to get something to eat. What is your go-to fast food spot?
Oh, fast food. Damn. That's a good one. Let's see. Well, there's up here. There's Burger She Wrote. Tacos 1986.
Damn,
you ever heard of that? Downtown. I mean, those are kind of deep cuts.
Okay.
But if it's chain, it's probably In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. I know. I had a feeling you were gonna say, "Come on, you got it." Yeah. Okay.
But I grew up loving McDonald's, so I'm not afraid to go to McDonald's, get 2 cheeseburgers. They
don't taste the same to me, but the fries, you can't go wrong with the fries.
I did. We were on a road trip over the weekend, and I stopped at McDonald's just for fries. So I feel you.
Yeah, definitely. One last question. I know you've done tons of commercials. You've been on, including this one you're on. In your trailer, this is the question I have. I've been driving motorhomes for 17 years, and talent motorhomes, and I've seen some of the craziest things that the artists have on their rider. What is the number one thing that you have to have in your motorhome?
Look at it right there. That's it. Old school Coke. That's it. That's the only thing. You see, that's an empty fridge.
just so y'all can see, he's telling the truth right here. It's just the Coke. Simple. Yeah. A simple man. Now, what about the candle? Did you request a candle, or is that production?
No, that was it.
That was it. Okay. Wow. Well, you heard it. If you don't have no no coke in Tony Hawk's trailer, he's gonna be pretty upset. So
No, it's fine. It's elsewhere. They got craft services.
Right. Last thing before we go, I want to say, can you please, man? I know that what you're doing with your nonprofit, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. The fact I look at now when I'm driving around, and I just can't believe the amount of parks that I'm seeing that gives these kids an opportunity, man, to get out the streets and do something, man. And I want to thank you again for doing what you do, man.
Oh, thank you.
Putting the money to concrete and opening these parks for these kids, man. I mean, thank you, man.
Thank you. That's my proudest work, the Skate Park
Hell
Project.
yeah,
We're still doing it for 20 years. So
you're saving kids, brother, man.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. If could you give them the information of how to donate or
the skateparkproject.org, or no, it's skatepark.org.
skate park?
Yeah, we got the that URL. So skatepark.org. That's all of our work, and we need plenty of advocates, and we're trying to make skate parks in all underserved areas.
Right. So you heard that. Please donate if you get a chance, man, to keep people like me from doing things that you don't want to. I'm sure help be a better person. Any other thing you're working on that you want to give let the listeners listen to? Any movies? Any other?
No, that's it. I mean, I'm just I'm still doing Birdhouse, my skate brand, and we're doing apparel now and living the dream.
Living the dream. There it is, man. This has been a pleasure sitting here with the living legend, man. Again, someone I grew up idolizing, and still, man, this man can tear me up right now. He's probably got what are you, 50?
54.
54? Okay, I'm 46. Yeah. So yeah, he can still tear me up any day. So
I don't think so. Thanks,
yeah.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.